Here comes Daredevil, the man without fear. There shall come a gladiator. Daredevil, the man without fear. There shall come a gladiator. Into a strange East Side costume shop walks Franklin Foggy Nelson, and another startling saga thus begins. Karen is about 99% convinced that I'm really Daredevil, but she still hasn't said she'll marry me. So I've got to convince her 100%. And this is the place to do it. Frantic footnote. Smiley just had time to write the first 7 pages before dashing south for his first vacation in years. So give a cheer for Dandy Denny O'Neill, who bravely scripted the balance of this ever-loving epic. Well, maybe I'm a fool for even considering a far-out stunt like this, but if it'll win Karen for me, it's worth anything. I hated to come to a seedy, rundown store like this, but at least I can be sure I won't be recognized here. Whoever runs this place sure makes great costumes. The wax figures all look like the real thing. Come to think of it, who does run this shop? There's no one here. Hello? Is anyone around? You've got a customer here. Hello? He's probably out to lunch or something. Maybe it's just as well. It was kind of a nutty idea anyway. I'd better forget it. Wait, you called me. Who are you? What do you want? Oh, there is someone here. I was interested in a costume, but it isn't important. Not important. Then you should not have come in here. You should not have disturbed me at my work. What a creepy-looking character. He has the blazing eyes of a real fanatic. I'd better not anger him. Well, I certainly didn't mean to disturb you, and I guess you're right. Now that I'm here, I might as well buy a costume. What kind of costume do you want? The one right behind you would do me fine. Ooh, doesn't he ever crack a smile? I do not have a Daredevil costume in your size. You will have to take something else. I can't. It has to be Daredevil. You see, it's for a costume party. If it is merely for a party, why does it have to be Daredevil? I have many others that would fit you. I guess I make a rotten liar. Might as well tell him the truth before I trip myself up completely. Actually, I want to impress a girl. She's real sweet on Daredevil, and you want her to think that you are the man without fear. All right, I will alter the costume so that it will fit you. But you will have to pay an extra charge. Oh, it'll be worth it. This means a lot to me. I hope I don't sound too much like a real nut to him. Do not move while I take your exact measurements. Then, a few minutes later, you may come back for it tonight, after dark. That's fine. I appreciate this. I'll try it on as soon as it's finished. After dark? Even the real Daredevil wouldn't want to face him with the lights out. Then, scant seconds after Foggy Nelson has left the decrepit shop, costume superheroes. I hate them all. They're nothing but overrated, conceited, swaggering braggarts. All their glamour, all their appeal lies within their colorful costumes. But take away those costumes, and they're no better than I am. For years, I've thought that anyone could be a superhero or villain if he had the right powers built into his clothes. Now, at last, I'm ready to prove my theory, and that unsuspecting fool in his Daredevil suit will be my guinea pig. But if you're like most of our rollicking readers, you want to get a glimpse of the real Daredevil once in a while, just for kicks. And so we switch our scene to a quiet apartment on the east side of town, where we find the sightless Matt Murdock, lost in thought. I still can't decide what to do about Foggy. Every chance he gets, he tries to drop a new hint to Karen that he's actually Daredevil. He doesn't suspect what a dangerous game he's playing. Yet, I can't expose him without revealing the fact that I'm Daredevil. Besides which, he's my friend. He'd never forgive me if I spoiled his little deception. I couldn't let that happen. But he doesn't realize the deadly chance he's taking. If any of my old enemies should think that Foggy is me, it would be his finish. And I'd always feel I was to blame. Just can't think. I've got to clear away the cobwebs. I need exercise. Action. It's time to visit my hidden lower floor gym. Within seconds, the quiet attorney is transformed into the dynamic man without fear, utilizing each of his super keen, super powerful senses. This is what I need. Chance to move, to leap, to be the man I want to be. I must be, always. Hour after hour, the dazzling exercise session continues, unseen by any human eyes until I've got to get a heavier bag. This is the 4th time I've broken that one. Well, I guess that wraps it up for today. A short time later, having taken the morning off, Matt Murdock reaches the law offices of Nelson and Murdock at noon to find my radar sense detects Karen and Foggy through the wall, standing close to each other. I can hear him asking her out to dinner tonight, and her whispered reply is equally audible to me, as she says yes. But now, I've got to remember to act the part of an ordinary blind man. Hello? Is anybody here? Oh, Matt, come in. We wondered where you were. Matt, thank goodness you're here. I always worry so when you're walking around town alone. Oh, you shouldn't worry, Karen. I'm always very careful, you know, and I usually wait till someone helps me cross the street. And remember, Karen, if Matt ever does get in trouble, I'm always here to come to his aid. He's still trying to make her believe that he's Daredevil. If only Spider-Man hadn't put that fool idea into his head. Remember how it happened in Ish 16 and 17? If not, see us after class. Matt, if I ever seem to be missing for a few days, don't concern yourself about it. You see, I have some business matters to take care of, which I can't tell anyone about. Oh, Foggy. Foggy, don't you realize you're playing with fire? Not only is he endangering himself, but Karen as well, and me, by drawing too much attention to all of us. However, evening finally wraps the great city in its shadowy embrace as, before calling for Karen Page, Foggy returns to the gloomy costume shop. I hope my Daredevil duds are ready for me. I'll fold the costume in my desk drawer and then casually ask Karen to get me something from the desk. She'll be sure to find it. The more convinced she is that I'm Daredevil, the more glamorous I'll seem to her. That's all that matters. I wonder where Merry Mr. Sunshine is hiding. Oh, there's light on in the back. He must not have heard me. There he is, but he's not working on my costume. He's concentrating as though his life depends upon it. Wish I could see better. Just then, you! How did you get in here? How much did you see? Well, take it easy there. You told me to come after dark, remember? I'm just here for my Daredevil suit. What's he so excited about? He's only working on another costume. Forgive me. I did not mean to shout at you, but you startled me. Your costume is ready. I will show you. That's great. I can't wait to see it. But since you are interested in impressing a lady, I have a suggestion to make. Why not battle a supervillain in your Daredevil suit while the lady is watching? Then remove your mask and she will never again doubt your identity. Good idea, except for one thing. I don't mind looking like Daredevil, but I'm not about to fight like him. What chance would I have against a real super strong menace? You couldn't lose if you follow my plan. Okay, I'm hooked. What's the pitch? I have many sinister villain suits in my shop. For a price, I could hire someone to wear one and pretend to attack you. I get it. The fight would be a phony, just staged to impress Karen. What have I got to lose? It sounds completely foolproof. All right, I'll do it. I thought you would. Seconds later. Is everything all clear then? Don't worry. Someone will be there to attack Daredevil. And you, my unsuspecting fool, will get far more action than you have ever bargained for. Then, minutes after Foggy has rushed back home, I'm beginning to think it takes more than a costume to make a man look like a superhero. Too bad I don't have a build like Matt. But anyway, it'll be dark when I have to go into action. Go into action. How about that? I'm even beginning to sound like a costumed adventurer. But even as Foggy surveys himself thoughtfully in the mirror, judging by what I heard him muttering to himself, he's actually gone as far as to wear a costume like mine. Lucky I decided to keep close tabs on him, no telling what will happen next. And while the man without fear crouches silently on the rooftop above, something tells me I'm biting off more than I can chew. But I'm doing it for Karen. And a girl like that is worth any risk. Well, I'd better get going now. I wonder if a hidden costume starts to itch under a suit. He's off to meet Karen. I've got to get there first and wait for him. But how? Wait, that whirring sound above me. It's a traffic copter. just what the doctor ordered. And away we go. The whirlybird is heading toward Karen's neighborhood. With any luck at all, I should be there in a matter of minutes. During the ride, maybe I can figure out a way to keep Foggy from making a fool of himself. A way that won't hurt his pride.
Hey, Charlie! Look who our uninvited passenger is! Boy, won't we have something to tell him back at the hangar?
Then, as he expected, the Crimson Adventurer finds himself at his destination exactly 3 minutes later. My radar sense indicates that I'm above Karen's apartment building. And the object just below and to my right must be a flagpole. So, without flagpoles, I'm one superhero who'd be out of business. Below, in the street, I hear Foggy ordering his cab driver to wait for him. Another minute, and I'd have been too late. I hate to spy on Foggy like this, but it's for his own good. Daredevil has many enemies. Enemies Foggy Nelson couldn't cope with, costume or no. Karen's footsteps. She's entering the cab. Here I go again. Looks like this is my day for hitchhiking. Before we have dinner, Karen, I have a business call to make. I hope you won't mind waiting.
Why, of course not, Foggy.
But I can't remember any clients we haven't seen at the office recently. I'm not going to see a client. It's personal business. If that phony villain doesn't show up, I'm going to look like an awful sap. Hey, did you folks hear something on the roof? Nah, I guess I'm just imagining things. It's hard to be sure over the noise of traffic, but Foggy's pulse sounds too rapid. I'm pretty sure he's lying. You know, Karen, that I have certain activities which I'm not at liberty to discuss, even with you.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to pry into your private life.
Have patience, Marmalite. We'll get to the action soon, we promise. But first, let's look in on that musty costume shop once more. A few more tiny adjustments, and then my masterpiece shall be complete. After I dispose of that fool Nelson, the real Daredevil will be forced to seek me out. And I shall eagerly await him. When I have humbled Daredevil, I will hunt still bigger game. Spider-Man, Iron Man, even the mighty Thor himself. It is the costume, only the costume, that gives these egotistical braggarts the respect of the whole world. I shall have the greatest fighting garb of all. I shall have the fame, the respect the world now gives them. First, my specially constructed footwear. Tough nylon boots, studded with tungsten alloy blades, honed to a fine edge, capable of penetrating any armor ever devised. These blades will sever Daredevil's absurd line like a hot dagger cutting butter. My boots alone assure me of victory, but I have more. Much more. My greatest achievement, metal wrist shields. They, too, are forged of twin-edged tungsten alloy. Their value as a slashing weapon is measureless.
Or, in imitation of Iron Man, I have powered them with tiny transistorized engines, enabling them to whirl at tremendous velocity. When activated, they act as both propellers and gyroscopes, enabling me to leap great distances. And finally, my helmet. It will not only protect me from the worst blows any so-called superhero can deliver, but the tiny self-contained oxygen regenerator will permit me to breathe when there is no air in case of emergencies. It has taken me years and every cent I have to create this costume. But it has been worth all my effort, for now I stand ready to challenge the world as the Gladiator. But I shall not gloat now. There will be ample opportunity for that later, after I have shown the world how shallow, how petty those conceited clods who dare call themselves heroes really are. Now I must hasten to keep my appointment with Nelson. I would not want to deny him the honor of being the first of many to fall before my might. The night is perfect, dark and still, a fittingly dramatic setting for my debut, and a proper night to mark the beginning of the end of my costumed victims. Now, let's rejoin the man whose destiny is linked with the psychopathic costume maker. The cab is slowing. I'd better leap up here before I'm seen. I smell salt water and the kind of raw lumber used in packing crates. We must be near the docks. No human noises nearby. The area is deserted. Even Matt Murdock would know better than to think that the waterfront is a safe place for a date. With a practice spring, the superbly conditioned Daredevil backflips to the top of the overpass. There's nothing to do now but wait, I guess. I only hope I can figure out what Foggy is up to before he gets himself in serious trouble. Keep the change, driver. We won't be needing you any longer. It's so lonely. This is an odd place to keep an appointment. Any appointment.
Okay, bub, you're the boss, but I sure wouldn't want to hang around here after dark.
Don't worry, Karen. I know what I'm doing.
Suddenly, Daredevil's uncanny hearing detects a faint metallic scraping. Someone is next to what must be a steel shed. Someone moving quietly, trying not to be heard. So Foggy does have an appointment. But with whom? Don't be frightened, Karen. You know that I'm here to protect you. Why doesn't that guy hurry? I want to get this over with. In a place like this, I'm liable to run into some real danger. Then, an icy, commanding voice slashes through the still night air. You have come far enough, sniveling coward. Well, finally, I thought he'd never show up. Those are the words of a master villain, if I'm not mistaken. Stand back, Kieran. I'll see that no harm comes to you. Foggy, be careful. Please be careful. It's working. She's genuinely concerned about me. I challenge you. Do you dare pit your strength against that of the Gladiator? Brother, he's laying it on thick. I hope he doesn't overact too much.
He looks so menacing. Perhaps if we run, we can lose him in the fog.
No need for that. Just stay behind these crates, out of the way. He may look dangerous to you, but I'm used to his kind.
He doesn't sound much like Daredevil. Perhaps he's self-conscious because I suspect his identity.
I'll be back in a few minutes. Don't move. I think I'm beginning to understand. Foggy must have hired an actor to impersonate a villain so he could impress Karen. He's really getting carried away with this Daredevil act. Pretty soon, he'll begin to believe he's me. I should have worn a different suit. This one is too tight with the costume underneath. There's no point in my interfering now. I'd only add to the confusion. Foggy's in no real danger, and perhaps when Karen sees him in action, she'll see through his foolish act. Will you fight? Or won't you? I haven't got all night. I could make the change faster.
I'm probably the first person who's ever seen Foggy become Daredevil.
Somehow, I'm not as dramatic as I'd imagined. Minutes later, my patience is at an end. Either show yourself or concede defeat. I'll never go to that costume shop again. This blasted mask is a half size too small. Foggy seems to be having difficulties. If he ever impersonates me in public, my reputation will be shot. Okay, one more problem to solve. Where do I put my clothes? I paid $100 for this suit, and I can't afford to wrinkle it. Next time I stage a fight, I'm gonna make sure there's at least a phone booth nearby. I shall wait no longer. I'm coming after you. That won't be necessary. Prepare to meet your defeat, villain. Let the battle begin. The rage within me, it is genuine. I couldn't hate that buffoon more if he were Daredevil. I better wave the billy club around a little to impress Karen. Oh, blast it! The club is only a plastic dummy. No wonder the costume maker didn't have any customers pawning off shoddy stuff like this. Wish I'd checked my outfit before I got here. Okay, here comes the man without fear. Now there's a remark worthy of Spider-Man. I wonder if I sound that cornball. I can't take much more of this farce. If it weren't for the fact that Foggy left Karen unprotected while he's playing his little charade, I'd leave. Your doom is at hand. He's really a big guy. I hope he remembers to pull his punches. I thought you'd never get here, Daredevil. You're about to wish I didn't, by golly. I don't quite have the hang of the repartee. Maybe it'll come with practice. Suddenly, the original Daredevil's incredible radar sense reacts to Foggy's danger. Something's wrong. The man's excited pulse. Those steel blades I sense on his clothing. He's not kidding. Got to warn Foggy. But before Daredevil can move, the Gladiator lashes out and he slipped. My blow only glanced off his skull, but even half a blow was enough to render him unconscious. I am frustrated. I had hoped he'd fight enough to test my powers. I was foolish to waste my time with him. Seeing Daredevil so easily beaten, Karen gives in to an overwhelming panic and darts from her hiding place.
Poor Foggy. I've got to find help before he's killed.
Who? Of course, the fool said he wanted to impress a girl.
My mistake was only playing at villainy, as the flabby fool played at heroism. Destiny will not be cheated. I must either commit myself to a life outside society or resign myself to the costume shop. When I donned this outfit, I became the Gladiator. I can never again be less. His fateful decision made, the maddened Gladiator leaps after the running silhouette of Karen Page. I shall use the girl to trap Daredevil and the others. Once they are destroyed, I shall stand alone, supreme, above the common weak creatures who are humanity. I shall be acclaimed by all as their master. But his deluded dreams are unceremoniously interrupted. Hold it, chum. The young lady obviously doesn't want to meet you. I sound as silly as Foggy. From now on, I'm the old-fashioned, strong, silent type of crime fighter. One blow didn't finish you. So much the better. He thinks I'm Foggy, which is fine and dandy with me because it may make him careless. I should be able to end this game without much trouble. One solid punch ought to do it. Oh! My timing was perfect. He swung directly into my wrist shield. But the blow was powerful. He is far stronger than he looked. He is strong enough to be the real Daredevil. Meanwhile, a breathless Karen has reached the nearest venue. Stop! Oh, please stop! Hold it, Joe. A girl like that in this crummy neighborhood can only mean trouble. Yeah, I have a hunch our quiet evening is over. Moments later, after the overwrought girl blurts out her excited story. You take her to someplace safe, Mac. I'll go see what's happening with this guy Foggy or Daredevil or whoever he is. Please take me to the office of Matt Murdock. I'll be able to make Matt understand. He'll know what to do. Okay, Chuck. I'll radio for another car to help you. And back at the docks, Daredevil finds himself involved in a full-fledged, no-holds-barred fight. He's not fooling with those wrist blades. He's fighting for real. But why? I'm certain I've never met him before. You can't keep dodging me forever. And the moment you slip, you shall have the honor of being my first victim. I'd better concentrate less on who he is and more on how I can put him out of action. How? That was no ordinary mask. My kick probably hurt me more than him. Fool! Why do you prolong your agony? You've no chance against the Gladiator. Judging from his strength and his choice of words, I'd say I have a bona fide lunatic on my hands. He's clumsy, but he has incredible power. This is turning out to be one of the toughest fights of my career. You weaken. I can feel you weakening. Then the struggling pair stumble off the pier. He deliberately forced me into the bay. What can he hope to gain by fighting underwater? I've reactivated my oxygen regenerator. Now all I have to do is keep him submerged. Long seconds pass, becoming agonized minutes, as Daredevil, locked in the Gladiator's relentless grip, sinks ever further into the murky water. Not even Namor kept me under this long. Lungs are bursting, can't stay conscious much longer. He has incredible stamina, but his grip is slackening. Another few moments and I shall win. For all who don't remember DDC's shaking struggle with the Submariner, it was an Ish 7, right? Right, you know who. While on the pier above, several puzzled policemen conduct an investigation.
unaware of the mortal contest occurring in the water just a few yards away, or of the still costumed form of Foggy Nelson lying just out of sight. If Daredevil was here, he's cut out. If you ask me, that gal you talked to was having hallucinations. We better stick around anyway, just in case something develops. At that precise moment, Karen arrives at a familiar office building in mid-Manhattan. You're sure you'll be all right, miss?
Yes, thanks. Good night. Matt mentioned he might work late tonight. I've just got to talk to him. I'm so confused. I don't know whether or not I can believe my own eyes anymore.
After a brief elevator ride to an upper floor, Karen uses her key to open the door of the Murdoch and Nelson reception room.
Matt, are you here? There's no light on in his office. He must have already left. Perhaps I can call his apartment.
Oh, Miss Page, may I see you for a moment? Forgive my intruding. I'm Mr. Dunn, the building manager. When I saw you come in, I thought there might be something wrong. Is there anything I can do?
No, thank you. I thought Matt Murdoch might be working late.
No, I haven't seen him all evening. While you're here, I thought we might discuss the rent. The records show you paid it late several times. Now, I don't want to press you, but
If you don't mind, I'd rather postpone this discussion until the morning. I'm not feeling very well.
suddenly Karen is overcome by worry and exhaustion. Miss Page, let me call a doctor for you.
No, I'll be fine. Just let me rest a moment.
Meanwhile, in the chill water of the bay, Daredevil resorts to one desperate final maneuver. Got to make this one look really good. Water resistance slowed my punch. He had plenty of time to block it. Now to go limp and hope I can fool him. He can't last much longer. That blow was feeble. I barely felt it. Then the powerful muscles relax, and the crimson-clad body slips slowly away. At last, he's finished. I've won. The Gladiator has won. A few seconds later, after all these years of cringing and bowing before the weaklings who patronized my shop, I finally taste triumph. But I shall never understand how that flabby fool put up such a battle. The girl has fled, but no matter. She was merely a pawn. There are other, better means of proclaiming myself to the world. I can thank Namor for my survival. After he defeated me, I realized how helpless I was underwater. For months, I've practiced yoga breathing techniques, and tonight, what I've learned about conserving body oxygen paid off. Okay, Gladiator, it's time for round 2. Arrgh! Next time you want to go scuba diving with me, friend, let me have one of those breathing masks too. You didn't play fair at all. There I go again, sounding like Foggy. You idiot! Have you not learned that your puny fists are nothing against the costume of the Gladiator? You will regret not perishing in the bay. Your death there would have been easy, painless. Nice of you to be so concerned. My reflexes are off. I must still be groggy. He nearly nailed me that time. I'd better start bearing down. His pulse rate has increased. He must be getting ready to leap. Now, you have no place left to run. Your last avenue of escape
is closed. Your overrated agility is useless here. My costume, my genius, will give me victory.
He's in the air. No time for him to change direction. I have about 1 second to get out of his path. This is one case where ground strategy can successfully counter an air attack. He keeps talking about his costume. If I were a psychologist, I'd say my foe has an identity problem. He can't seem to tell where he ends and his clothing begins. His breathing is erratic. He's dazed, and I just felt a spot right beneath his jaw that's not covered by his mask, which is my cue to end this little square dance. He should be out long enough for me to find Foggy and perhaps find out who and why I've been battling. Police. Karen must have gotten to safety and called them. They'll probably ask a lot of embarrassing questions that I can't answer. Hey, over there, I can see a patch of red through the haze. I saw him go over those crates. Only Daredevil could make that kind of jump. I'll let the authorities question Gladiator. They should be able to discover his identity a lot faster than I could. Foggy's okay. I hear him groaning. I hope the Gladiator's punch knocked some sense into him. I wonder who this character is. I don't know. I've never seen him before. Maybe that Page girl can tell us. She said she'd be at the Murdoch and Nelson law office. As soon as we get this bird locked up, we'll call her. At least I know Karen is safe. Hey, over there, Daredevil. Man, oh man, I thought that guy was gonna pull his punches. Boy, he sure can move. He just ran in the other direction a minute ago. But he darn near killed me. What was this guy up to, Daredevil? Up to, I don't know. You don't know? Do you usually clobber people for no reason? Me? Well, of course not. I was on patrol, that's it. And he looked suspicious. Say, I never thought Daredevil would be so flabby. There was a girl. What happened to her? Miss Page. She's at the office where she works. You seem pretty muddled, Daredevil. Maybe you ought to go take a breather. Well, see you later. Gotta continue my patrol now. I'm completely confused. That phony villain was the costume maker. But did I knock him out? Soon as I find my suit, I'm gonna go home, get beneath the electric blanket, and try to forget this whole mess till morning. He's continuing his act. When will he have enough? The way he fought. Nelson must be the real Daredevil. Maybe I should confront Foggy, but I can't trust myself not to lose my temper. His impersonation of me has gotten completely out of hand. At first, I was touched by his pathetic attempts to impress Karen, but now he's gone too far. He's endangered himself and Karen, and he's made me look like the world's prized boob. Much of my effectiveness as a force for justice depends on the respect of both the official authorities and the underworld. If Foggy insists on maintaining his Daredevil role, I'll become the laughing stock of the whole country. My only hope is that Karen saw enough tonight to expose Foggy's absurd play acting. His blasted pride will just have to suffer. Violently, angrily, Daredevil skims across the skyline until he reaches his office. There he assumes his other identity once more and meets the building manager. The doctor said Miss Page will be all right? Yes, she's obviously suffering from nervous fatigue. She'll be good as new in the morning, I'm sure. By the way, Do you know where I might contact Mr. Nelson, your partner? I have some personal business with him. He'll probably be in tomorrow. Well, my business will wait. Good night, Mr. Murdoch. I've never heard of a problem so pointless, so patently, painfully absurd, and yet my whole future may depend on my finding some solution to it. I must find an answer to the problem of Foggy. Next-ish, the fate of Foggy Nelson, a mad melange of action-packed thrills featuring the Gladiator's return, plus the mysterious masked marauder. Grab it fast. It's sure to be a sellout, not said.